What is branding and why is it important to your business? There are a billion different ways to make money out there. However, those that want to make money consistently, whether as a business owner, influencer, or entrepreneur, will eventually encounter the concept of branding. I'm positive you heard this term before, but what exactly is it? More importantly, why is it so important to your business? Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where my main goal is to empower creative entrepreneurs. If you think branding is something only billion-dollar companies like Nike and Apple need to think about, think again. In 2023, branding is a necessary step in building, running, maintaining any business or money-making endeavor, no matter how small. So even if you're on a shoestring budget or operating on a small scale, you can't ignore the B word, branding. Put simply, branding is the process of creating a strong, positive perception of yourself, your company, or your products. It sounds like a foreign concept, I know, but I can show you a trick to make it make sense instantly. For instance, did you know that you're a brand? Seriously, the clothes you wear, the car you drive, the jokes you tell, those create a perception in people's minds, don't they? It's why you don't go out with like a stain on your shirt, and why you avoid driving a car if it had 3 paint jobs and a bumper hanging off. It's why you don't tell jokes that you know will offend people around you. You're trying to cultivate a positive brand around yourself. Though this has always been true of people, branding didn't really become a thing for businesses until the Mad Men era of advertising. If you haven't watched Mad Men, put on a to-do list after you finish watching this video to go check it out. Epic show. As more and more companies began selling the same thing, they needed ways to differentiate themselves beyond price or quality. Nike is for stylish, active people who are willing to just do it when confronted with challenges, while Apple is for tech-savvy people that tend to think outside of the traditional box. A brand is more than just the sum of its products, who those products are for, and why those people need to consider purchasing them. So how does this apply to your business in particular? That is, what specifically does embracing a brand allow you to do or do better? 1. It helps you understand your customers. If you're going to communicate effectively with a customer base, you need to know who they are and what they like. Whether you currently provide a product to them or not, you have to be able to identify your ideal audience, what motivates them and what attracts them. This in turn will help devise a way to make your business as appealing as possible. This also helps with positioning, which will give you a way to differentiate yourself from other companies offering the same things. In the end, it's much easier to sell to people when you know who they are. 2. It helps craft a persona for yourself. A persona is essentially your personality for your business. It's something you tailor to your ideal customers based on information you gathered about them. What type of language will work best? What tone of voice is appropriate? What sorts of images and words are most likely to get their attention? These are the sort of questions that go into devising a proper persona. Once you answer them and combine those answers with your knowledge of your audience, you properly introduce your business to the people most eager to meet it. 3. It gives you a set of conditions by which to operate. Persona is important to your business, sure. However, it still needs to do something. It needs to do things your audience will like and avoid doing things your audience won't like. You know, like we all have friends that we know won't mesh with other acquaintances. That's why we avoid inviting them to the same events. With branding, you'll be able to create a set of do's and don'ts that will constantly put you in the best light. What are you going to do for your customers? How are you going to do it? How will it be better than your competition? Tell your audience why they should pick you and repeat often. Above all, you should strive to be honest with your brand. Modern consumers consider the brands they use more like friends more than product suppliers. This makes honesty all the more important. 4. It gives you a chance to constantly improve. Branding gives you a way to figure out what your customers want. This in turn allows you to create all things you need for your business, like logos, websites, taglines, and advertisements. If you decide that your audience might respond well to a spokesperson or a mascot, create one. You have an ideal audience, your persona, and your promises. Now you can engage in all sorts of ways that strengthen how these 3 things relate. Of course, as you continue using branding to your advantage, you'll also receive both positive and negative feedback, but that's okay. You can use that information to tweak, refine, and perfect your products, services, and presentation. Again, we brand ourselves in 1,000 different ways each and every single day. Branding your company or online identity is very much the same. And just like how we improve ourselves, paying attention to branding allows you to improve your company in countless ways. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't miss out on any future game-changing insights. Subscribe now. Until next time, let's grow together.